everybody. How are you doing? 2 days left until we get Shmita. Hope everyone's doing good. Tonight is also my first night that I am streaming on Odyssey. So thanks to my buddy Barry Dutton coming on last night, he told me that there was some issues with LinkedIn. It was glitching and everything. And I've always wanted to start streaming on Odyssey. So I went through the rigors of learning how to do it. It didn't take much. It took me about 5 minutes to figure it out. And now I'm streaming on Odyssey. So that's cool. So if anybody's watching me on Odyssey, very cool. I don't know if the comments will come over from there, but I think that'd be really neat if they did. Let me see here. Been an interesting day. If you guys have been paying attention to the news, holy hell. Yeah. Schmidt evening, Sir Hilarski. I'm schmitting earlier tonight. Hope you're doing great, my friend. I sure schmidt am. Beppy. What up, fam? Just got off twerk pouring drink. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Evening, everyone. What is going on with China? Might be some Shmita. Man, only 2 days left till Shmita's end. Time has flown. Yes, it has. But you guys got me hooked on this now. Everyone, life is good. Yes, it is. Glad there's info to help make a plan for the coming years. Yes. The biggest part of the plan is don't be fearful. I think they stopped making things made in China. It's here in Panama, it doesn't say made in China. It usually says made in PRC. Hope the people are safe with each other. You know, Lazy Hexagon, I'm on a walk with a no walk sign. Waiting for the big Shmita dip. Buddy, it's been dipping all year long. And Friday was another good one. Good evening, Wendy Shift. Duke on his cheese. Dan Vogel, good evening. Ivan Mendy. Normally the opposite happens to what everyone thinks. Everyone is calling for another crash. That might not happen. Well, they keep raising interest rates and they're not going to slow down. They said that they're not going to slow down through the end of the year. So due to this, it looks like we're going to keep dipping. Hey, Randy, thank you for the great stream, G-Rock. TexX, you are welcome, brother. I want to shift. Hello, Mom. It's my mama. Hey, Hexkins, good evening, Randy. I got a couple good things for you guys tonight you're going to enjoy. Yo, Randy, it's the finale countdown. It's the final countdown. If more than 50% of us reject CBDC, what next move you think WEF would do next? They're not, look, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% are going to accept it because they're sheep. It's 20% that aren't. But remember, countries can be overturned with just a small amount of people. I think it's 3.5%. If 3.5% of a population that says no and they revolt over it, they can't do shit. Godfather J6, peace. And here we all are again. Thank you, Patricia. Thanks for showing up. Tone, haven't seen you in a while. What's a good DCA strategy for the next 6 months? You'll see in a second. We'll go over that. Can't miss the pregame finale. Xi Jinping under house arrest. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Happy Saturday. Xi Jinping's on vacation. Xi Jinping under house arrest. We don't know, but we're going to try to dig into it. Smash the likes. Hexy Dripper, thank you. I appreciate that. What was your first or game console? That would be a Nintendo. It would be Atari 2600, I think. That was when I was really young, playing Pong and all those things. I'm a 70s kid. What does a PLA take over China mean for China? I don't know. I have no idea. The RSI is way oversold across the markets. Yep, that could be a little bit more oversold. On the golf course, we'll catch you on the flip side. Putting Guru, have some fun. You guys are coming to class earlier and earlier. Prepare for the red candles. Large prosthetics boobs on Klaus Schwab will break the internet. Somewhat, especially wearing like a black outfit, like a dominatrix. So much more to crypto than I ever knew. Rob, man, I had a great talk today with a fellow Hexagon, a new Hexagon, and he must have gone home crying. I promise I'll make some videos. Sinclair ZX81 was my first computer. Nice, Ryan. Next 2 days could be especially interesting. The first computer I ever used was the original Macs, the ones we had in school. But my first personal computer, I was an adult. It was year 2000, first time I actually had my own computer. Yep, Pong rocks. It sure did. What's up, Randy? Crypto bags. Sandy's here. Hola, Sandy. Atari, Missile Command. Another one I loved. Yes, Missile Command. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait. I'm playing Haley's Comet right now. It's 1986 arcade game. Wow. Lights out. I promise you, if you make those videos, I'll watch them all 2 times. Yeah, I'm going to. I promised the gentleman today that I would. Okay, so let me pull myself down here.
We have breaking news today that a military coup has been taken over in China. Reports of President Xi Jinping under house arrest and that flights are cancelled all across China. I'd first like to state that this news is very bizarre and still in its rumor state. But if true, this will disrupt everything. The first suspicious and only reports that I'm getting this from is all Indian media right here. All of India is celebrating this moment right now, but what do they know that we don't? According to Chinese journalist Jennifer Zheng, military has been operating and being deployed in Beijing on the 22nd of September. But then comes the next news that was reported. Flights cancelled across China. So I went to go check it out. The first thing I noticed on flight radar was that you could see multiple planes from the southern China. But wait a minute, we need to take a look at Beijing. The amounts of flights coming to and from Beijing looks very suspicious. According to Flightmaster, 9,583 or 60% of total flights from September 1st have just been erased. A mass cancellation of flights could be a military directive. Which brings us over to this image right here, General Li Qiaoming. Li Qiaoming is the general serving of the PLA or the People's Liberation Army. According to several sources, Li Qiaoming has now taken over as the head of the PLA over Xi Jinping. Then there's another rumor of Hu Jintao, the predecessor of Xi. To get into how all of this started, Xi Jinping was at the SCO or the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Uzbekistan. From the moment he got back to China, Russia's Gazprom from the 22nd to the 29th is now under maintenance, not producing anything for China. What is going on? I for one hate rumors, but any news that comes out of China is really hard to confirm, especially in secrecy. But I never said this would be easy, and if you want more updates, you can follow my link tree into my Telegram channel. Geopolitics in full swing.
So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I want to go to some of the news that I found too. Let's read an article. It says, okay, good, you guys can see it. It says Xi Jinping trends online amid coup rumors, canceled flights. President Xi Jinping became one of the top trending topics on Twitter amid unsubstantiated reports he is under house arrest and that China is in the midst of a military coup. Xi and the phrase China coup trended on social media after tens of thousands of users spread unconfirmed rumors that the president was detained and overthrown by the China's People's Liberation Army. This speculation, which has not been discussed by any reputable sources, arrived as there are hardly any commercial flights over the capital of Beijing on Saturday, with unverified reports claiming all trains and buses are also being canceled out of Beijing. Beijing Capital's airport website does show that several flights out of China's capital have been canceled, but many other are still scheduled or already landed. There has also been reports the flights were canceled amid a planned military exercise. That's President Xi Jinping, if you don't know. A widely shared video posted on Twitter is also reported to show a line of military vehicles up to 80 kilometers long heading into Beijing amid reports of a military coup on September 22nd. However, the video is less than 1 minute long, so does not show if the line of military vehicles stretches 80 kilometers. It is not confirmed when or where it was filmed or that the convoy is heading into Beijing as part of a military coup. The rumor was also fueled by an Indian politician, Subramanian Swamy, who tweeted to his 10 million followers on Saturday, "New rumor to be checked out. Is Xi Jinping sick or under house arrest in Beijing?" When Xi was in Samarkand recently, the leaders of the Chinese Communist Party were supposed to have removed Xi from the parties in charge of army. Then house arrest followed. So goes the rumor. All right, so that's where we stand right now with that. Could this be the rumor that the German guy knew? Maybe he knew, the politician, that on the 24th, everyone will remember where they were. If it was, it with unsubstantiated, I don't know. With that not knowing for sure, I guess we'll know pretty soon if it was real or not. So either way, it was made for an exciting afternoon. I was like, holy crap, is this real? And I'm looking all over the place trying to find news. Okay. Alex says, hi, Randy and everyone. Per the Aztec calendar, we are in the new sun phase since May 2021, the end of the fifth sun, and restart of a new cycle of the first sun again. Interesting times. Tony Bonebony, what's up, Randy? Crypto Bags, RH is holding out for our best interest. The market is trash. Yeah, I believe so. Ethereum F, where to buy? Ethereum Fair, I think it's only available for, if you guys want to use a centralized exchange, I think it's only available on Poloniex, old school, right there. I don't have a Poloniex account. I just sold some ERC20s that I got copies of in order to get some Ethereum Fair. But my Ethereum POW doubled in value, so that was kind of cool. It was up like 70% today for a moment. Ted Nelson, he had a Commodore 64. Cool. Never had one of those. My friend Fat Chris had one. We had a neighbor, in the 80s. It wasn't very PC. So yeah, we had a friend. His name was Fat Chris. Asteroids was my favorite Atari game. That was a cool one. Yep. What the fuck? So you guys didn't know? So if you're just waking up in Europe, you probably didn't see this news because it would have happened right before you went to bed, or it was coming out like this morning, I think about 14 hours ago when the news started slowly creeping out. I just seen an article about this. It was on Reddit, though. I don't trust Reddit. Neither do I. More hex crazy. So to the bunkers then. This can be very good. Down with the CCP. I think the People's Liberation Army, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it the same one that is they're part of China or part of Taiwan? I'm not sure. Like I could be talking out of my ass right here. Yeah, this could be very good. Down with the CCP. I watch Forward Observer for Geopolitics. Okay. Why don't we get news of Biden under house? Yeah. Let's get rid of all these guys. Xi Jinping is a king. Facts. I can't see him being taken out of power in any way. Crypto Bags, I totally agree. When I saw that, I was very skeptical. But man, it really was flooding all over Twitter and TikTok. And TikTok, remember, is China owned. And I thought the 24th was a nothing burger. Yeah. Apparently, the cancellations are customary to make an example of officials who betrayed the leadership. This is power projection and a reminder to others to stay loyal. Happens every 5 years. XG Banger. Interesting. Good morning, fam. Glad to hear you're off LinkedIn. Place is full of social engineers, hackers looking to get inside corporations. Yeah. I get all kinds of messages. Oh my God. My LinkedIn is trash. I got like 6,000 connections. It's just a mess. Gonna have to watch this on the replay. Black Label Expat, enjoy your night. It is Saturday night? You can get ETH on Change Now. No KYC. That's awesome. Change Now with the E in there. Change Now is amazing. I love it. I also use Simple Swap. Yeah. Have you ever owned a Ferrari? No, I haven't. I have never owned a Ferrari. Well, I do have a couple Matchbox versions and even a remote control car version. It's actually my son's. I'm late. Internet is hard outside. Marion, sorry. Gotta get you some better internet. The PLA are not part of Taiwan. It might be more aggressive towards Taiwan in the West. Okay, all right. Well, who is the Taiwanese guys that got kicked out? They got kicked out of China and they went to Taiwan. I can't remember what their name was. I have a feeling Twitter was hit with bot accounts sharing the story. Maybe. Okay, so let's talk about the Shmita. All right. I'm going to get out of here with this.
Hey everybody, it's me, the Einstein of Wall Street, from Wall Street. We're here on Friday, right before Yom Tov. There's an old Wall Street adage that says, sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. I know everybody's out there selling. The market's down 1.5% today because they think the economy's going down the tubes and they think everybody is in deep, deep trouble here. I kind of think it's all the Jews selling the market because they're following the old adage, sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. Next week, cover your shorts. I love you all. I'm out of here.
That's funny stuff. It's really good video. All right, so I'm gonna show you one more. It's Art Cashin. If you guys know Art Cashin, he's from CNBC. He's the one that used to work the down in the pits.
We also have, again, back to cycles and traditions. Rosh Hashanah happens at sundown on Sunday, and when I was in Irish altar boy in Jersey City, I was told that tradition is you sell on Rosh Hashanah to buy back on Yom Kippur because you want to be without worldly goods. So I think that may be adding, believe it or not, to some of the mild selling pressure we're seeing today. People wanting to get out for religious reasons, and we'll see if piety pays off this year. It doesn't always.
All right, so there you go. You got two people, both talking about sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. The difference is we had a Shemitah year, so they've been selling all year, right? Or since the end of Rosh Hashanah last year, and the market just keeps dipping. And we have one other big thing too. We have the Jubilee year this year, so it's also extra things going on. So, do I call myself an expert on what the financial elites within the Jewish community do? No, not at all. But I think we should follow it and respect it. That's how I feel about the situation. All right, so we got both of those. Don't need to bring that up anymore. Let's see what you guys are saying. The China thing was trending on Indian Twitter. Very skeptical. They aren't the best of friends. No, they are not. They've almost been at war a couple times the last couple years. Good bags. Thank you, Randy. You're the man. No problem. Holy howdy crew. What's all the Shemitah today? Clintrons, you just missed it. You might want to go 2x to start from the beginning because I had a couple things there for you. Sell the rumor, buy the news. Full circle. So true. Is that Larry David's brother? You're funny. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to. Okay, so my friend Barry says that Odyssey comments don't carry over to StreamYard. Crap. Let me comment on that real quick. That bums me out. I was hoping they would. I think it's important that I stream to Odyssey. Why? Because Odyssey is the Web3 version of YouTube and decentralized version of YouTube. And I've been a library/Odyssey user going back 4 years. I have a pretty big account over there. And I just think it's important to reach out to those folks because a lot of them are crypto people and they want to learn too. So I should be on that side. My COSA yield got cut in half. Tone, you're not the only one. A really big shark came in. He actually messaged me. He's a good friend of mine. And he said, Randy, I've got 10 million hex and I'm going to put it into HSI stakes and sell the HSI stakes to the ICOSA and get ICOSA and stake it. I said, oh man, you're going to dilute me. You're going to dilute me and everybody else. So yeah, when whales splash, we all get wet, man. Pulse Orca in the chat, very cool. Yes, he is old school. A public execution of Z would solidify this rumor. Well, apparently he hasn't been seen in a couple days, so that's one of the things people are saying. And on top of that, we have the flights being canceled. Over 6,000 flights were canceled. Iran began their CBDC trial on the 22nd. Iran? Don't you find that weird that the one country that hates the West so much would adopt something that the West loves, that the West is trying to implement? Crazy. I've got to go. Thank you, Randy. No problem, Crypto Bags. Appreciate you. Make sure you like on the way out. The Taiwan Army is National Revolutionary Army. Okay, thank you, Peanut Brittle. I want some peanut butter covered chocolate, peanut brittle covered with chocolate, dark chocolate. Yeah, sounds really good. That boy likes that. The Taiwanese are more Chinese than the Chinese. People fled China and the Community Party to Taiwan many years ago. Now China wants Taiwan back. You know what they did here in Panama that was really screwed up under the last president? Within weeks of him becoming president, he communicated to the Chinese that Panama no longer recognizes Taiwan as separate from China and cut off communications with Taiwan. Because China's got a lot of pull in this country, obviously because of the canal. They've got ports on both sides, the Caribbean side and the Pacific side. People think the Chinese, they manage the canal. No, they do not. Panama manages the canal. And the U.S. has a treaty with Panama that anybody ever threatened the canal, the U.S. can bring troops back. Believe me, there's U.S. troops in Panama. There always is, but small amount. China coup smells like fake news. It sure does, but until Xi Jinping shows his face, we won't know for sure, right? Well, with all the deep fakes today, with all the plastic masks, those masks that people are wearing to hide themselves, I don't know. Yeah, it's full on. Pulse Gain says Iran wants to control their peeps too. It doesn't look they're doing too well. It's a very young population, and they are screaming. China and India find sport in beating each other to death with sticks and clubs 18,000 feet high in the mountains. Wild story from a couple years ago. I know. Bizarre. They had military buildup way up in the Himalayas. If China takes over Taiwan, they will just destroy all the chip manufacturing plants. I'm from Taiwan. Rumors seem a bit outlandish. Yeah, they do. Yep. I have a friend that's from Taiwan here in Panama, and his family's from Taiwan, but he's also a Panamanian citizen. I think his mom's Panamanian, and he was so pissed when the ex-president did that, stopped diplomatic ties with Taiwan because of China. Beijing flights are light. Shanghai is rocking. Just checked. Okay, thanks, Trenton. Yom Kippur is October 5th. So we have Shmita ends Monday at sundown. And then you have like 10 days in between until Yom Kippur. And like I said, I'm going to start DCAing in at the beginning of October. I'm not going to tell you guys everything I'm doing, but I'm definitely going to start DCAing. False X still going on. North Korea fires ballistic missile towards the Sea of Japan. Was that today too, Cal? Feeling that Shmita coming. Oh, yeah. Don't surprise me, Trenton. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. If you've never seen the Indian soldiers versus the Pakistani soldiers at the borders, YouTube it. Quite the sight to see. Not violent. I used to have, when I lived in Columbus, Ohio, after Bible college, I had a friend that worked at a cell phone place. I worked at Sprint. He worked at one of the competing shops. And his father owned a car dealership, used cars, and they were Pakistani. And his father used to be ex-Pakistani intelligence. And man, the conversations that we'd have was so interesting. He would tell me things about the war with India, and I was like, isn't this stupid? I mean, you guys used to all be one country. In my mind, as some of the whole Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, they all used to be one. The fact that India and Pakistan are fighting, that was all made by the Brits. Peanut Brittle says, if I have an ETH short in, will it print? Well, the buy the rumor, sell the news event already happened. It went down over $300 something. If it doesn't print by tomorrow or Monday, then I will get out of it probably. But that would be just what I would do. Because what shorts are always dangerous. I don't leverage trade. Be careful with shorts. You don't want to stay in them too long because all it takes is one whale to wreck your day. Do you think they're going to do a reboot of The Last Dragon? It's the movie about a black guy who thinks he's Bruce Lee. I don't know. Okay, that news is 4 hours ago. Interesting. And North Korea fires ballistic missile towards the Sea of Japan. Goodness gracious. Several RCH flights right now to Japan. We are sending arms. My God. The one thing I hate about living in Panama is that this is such a strategic point. And I know that according to the United Nations and all that, Panama is not touchable. It's one of those countries. It's neutral for a reason. They don't want anything to happen. But being right next to the canal, it always, it's only, if I was to drive a straight line, there was no roads, it would only take 5 minutes from now. I could drive to the canal. So, yikes. I don't like being this close. My wife won't live in the country. Last day in September seemed the time to buy. September is always a bad month for crypto, guys. 114 watching. Smash the lights, please. Yes, please. You guys realize that video they did on night with waters above? It's like 4,400 views or something like that. That's crazy for me. I average like 1,200 views per video. 4,400? Hex Down Under says, why are you waiting until October to DCA? Hex is down at 3 cents. You thinking, well, I'll go lower? I'm thinking that we're going to get Shmita. Did you see the video I just shared? Sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. That's it, man. Yom Kippur is October 5th. China has launched 11 ballistic missiles into Taiwan water since Pelosi's visit to Taiwan. 5 have landed in Japan's EEZ. They keep flexing. Any guesses on the Black Swan? I'm still leaning towards ET invasion, false flag. Pulse market, that's what I've been thinking for a long time. I always thought it was going to be either like a fake ET invasion. Tomorrow night is what Jupiter is going to be the most vivid it's ever been in our sky in like 59 years. And the sun is going to be on the direct opposite of the planet. Of the Earth, and so it's going to make Jupiter very bright tomorrow night. So that's interesting that that's happening. Rosh Hashanah is on. We got all this chaos going on around us. Markets are down. Rumors of war. What the freak, man? So many things can happen. Last Dragon was my favorite movie as a kid. Who's the master? Sure enough. Kissed my Converse. So buy after October. That's just when I'm going to start DCAing, guys. You guys do whatever you want. That's just what I'm looking at. Waters Above is legit. Yes, he is. People are loving it. We're getting all kinds of messages. And the Never Ending Story was dope too. Yes, it was. Paul Sachs. Yeah, but the one that's going to be bright in the sky is going to, I was told it was Jupiter. Mercury retrograde stuff. I don't know about that. I'm not into the astrology. People forget the Senkaku Islands dispute. Japan and China have been at it for a very long time. Yeah. Jupiter is big good. $50 out of nuclear black swan. Pulse, come on. I hope not. I hope not. That would be so messy. Dr. Greer has some good info for UFO stuff. Pumptober. October is usually a really good month, so I don't want to miss out on it. Hey, managed to catch a live stream. Hex Sailing, welcome. I like your image. That's cool. The sailboat with the Hex logo in the background. How I Made and the 10th Kingdom was awesome. All right, so let me pull up. I forgot to have go to Get Orox so I can show you guys the charts. Da-da-da. Start out with Bitcoin. Change it to the monthly here. Sorry, I didn't have this ready. This China stuff had me all messed up in the head. I was like, this is cool. All right. Okay, so Bitcoin's at 19,024.23. This is the monthly. We still have a sell. Man, why does it keep giving me double signals? Okay, there we go. We've got the sell, and the demand index is still below zero, trending down. And look at the volume picking up. People are scared. So I'm one to believe, just keep following the trend until the trend changes. I doubt it's going to be like just go straight down and then go right back up. I think we're going to get straight down like it is right now, and then all of a sudden we're going to hit a bottom and it's going to stay there for a while. We're going to see how it looks over here. I think this is what it's going to look like while we're waiting for the next a year before the next halvening, and then you'll start seeing the trend upwards, just like we did here. This is March 2020. I can't remember when the halvening was. Forgive me, but it just started going up, and then boom. So that's going to happen again, except it'll just be a higher low, and we might get a capitulation, but the higher low where we trend sideways, it'll probably be right around 19,000, and we'll just stay there for a while until the next bull run happens. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's up 0.5 percentage point. Looks ugly, just like Bitcoin. Still got the sell signal. Let's look at the daily for Ethereum. Nothing pretty to announce. Sorry, guys. We're at 1326. It's still a sell signal, but we passed over the red and we're heading into the green for the AI signal, and we're kind of flat on the demand index. So I would not. I would be very careful here because we're already trending sideways now for 4 days, pretty much right around the same price. So we could have found a bottom or get ready for go off the cliff again. So if you're shorting, I'd be careful. Look, I don't trade like that, guys. That's not my style. And what's next? Hex. Hex on the weekly, we still have the sell signal, but that looks really nice. If we can get a little bit more of a pump, that'll probably disappear. We'll get another green one. The AI is actually above zero still, so that looks good. But the DI is just, we're in the toilet right now, almost at -0.2. Let's check out the daily. Daily should be looking good. Yep, another double. So on the daily, we got the green, and it's trending up. The AI is looking very good. The DI still, there's just not enough volume. Look at the volume. It's abysmal. It's not doing anything. Let's check Hedron. So Hex is up 4% for the day. Hedron's up 2.39%. Still got the red sell for Hedron. And on the daily, we got the nice starting to trend up. But volume's decreasing. That's interesting. Got volume going down. We got price going up. And I'm about to cross in positive for the AI. We're still at negative 1.18 for the demand index. Looking good to me, though. I wouldn't call that one a bad one. Out of all those, the prettiest is definitely Hedron. So that's just how I feel about that. I don't use all the lines. If you guys are new to my TA is for simple people. I don't make it complicated. Saturday night. Gotta love it. So, I just use indicators. And normally all those indicators right there will probably cost about $450 a month. But because Aurochs keeps them free for now, they're trying to build up their group, the amount of people using. They're going to go public in the next bull cycle. So they're trying to build up their user base. So we get them for free now. Where are you guys at? Okay. Not just the dispute, Cal, is self-rooted from the Japan invasion a long time ago. Yes, Marion. And Marion's in the Philippines. So you guys are like kind of in the crossfire there. I know you're not right next door, but you're close. Pulling everybody into it. I'm sure the Filipino troops will be activated and the Coast Guard will be put on high alert, that type of stuff, if anything happens. Yeah, let's be positive. Is the escalation in Russia going to drive things down further? All this war talk is getting pretty bad. Okay, with the escalation of Russia means continued, the oil prices will go back up, right? We've seen a drop in the oil prices. I saw that my diesel went down 12 cents this week because in Panama, you can actually front run the prices because they only change the prices on Fridays. So this week it went down by 12 cents on Friday. So now I'm paying $1.08, I think, or $1.10 per liter for diesel. So yes, if that escalates, everything's going to go up, and all the commodities are going to go up in price. Stock market's going to go down. The U.S. is not going to stop raising interest rates, so that's going to cause pressure on the stock market, and it's going to cause pressure on crypto. The housing market's going to continue to be pushed down or slowed down. If you're trying to sell a house right now, just pack your bags and give up. That would be my thought on the process. I'll check that out right now. Impressive 8.2 rating. Oh, you guys are talking about movie or something? Do I still think mainnet in November? I have no idea. If you're talking about Pulse Chain, no idea. Richard's gone silent. Not silent, but he's definitely not active as much. To me, that's a good sign. Maybe the guy's busy, you know? Astrologically, strong Jupiter brings good fortune and immense wealth, luxury, fame, power, and position. Sandra, thank you. I'd like to hear that. The halving happened on 5/11/20. All right. So as we saw, maybe I'll pull the perfect. I'll do that again since we know the exact date now. And 5/11/20. So right here, yeah. That's where the halving happened. It's April, right there. Got that green buy signal. Holy shit! What a perfect Aurochs indicator is genius. If you only traded on that signal, and you rode all of this, and you kept your open, it was the price of Bitcoin was 8,580, say 8,550, and then you sold when it hit the red during that month. It was 48. So if you did that, that was a 6x for you. Just trading using the Aurochs indicator, and you would have only traded once in a year. That's a damn good trade. You know, Aurochs indicator is the best on the month or the weekly. So that's what I recommend you guys do. If you're going to use it, month or weekly. Set limit orders, a dollar cost average in. Well, you do what you want. You know, I have no problem doing market orders. The reason why I like market, 99% of the time I use market, is because I get to make the decision when I want to get in. Because, for example, you're like, okay, I'm going to set a limit order at 2.1 cents. But the market drops while you're sleeping. And then when you wake up, it's at 1.3 cents or 1.5 cents. Just saying, hypothetically, if Hex was to do that. If you set the limit order and you say you had it open for a week or two and you weren't paying attention and it was just going down a little bit at a time, it's better to just use market orders, in my opinion. New moon is tomorrow, right? Yes. I have the app on my phone. I pay attention to that. If you use TradingView has the moon cycles on it. People tend to sell on the full moon and buy, and the prices tend to go down during the full moon and up during the new moon. Tomorrow is the new moon, and it's usually 3 days prior to 3 days after, according to our friend Waters Above. I can't remember if it's 3 days or 4 days, something like that. But yeah, that's always a good time. So if you start buying 5-6 days before the new moon, you generally do well. And if you look at the charts, almost every one of them was positive going into the new moon. But Friday, we just had a bad day. Everybody did. Randy's knowledge, but you people in here are cool shit also. 420X, yeah, they sure are. Like-minded folks. I think I'm more the more I'm not like I'm not in the center core of the Hex King group. I'm more on the outside because of how I think, and I'm a little bit more. I'm not a statist, right? I'm a total anarchist when it comes to living. I'm an absolute anarchist. Ask my mom. So kind of do what I want. So when they start talking about, oh, we're gonna sue Binance, I'm like, F that. I don't give a shit about that. Why even waste your time? I think Hex will go to 1.5 cents soon. Totally possible. Like I said, I still believe Ethereum's going between 700 and 900. It might not happen in the next couple weeks, but I think December, unless something major happens. I made 10th Kingdom as long. I think it was a mini series over 6 hours, I think. Jeez. Nothing crazy happened for Shmita, no. Quite anticlimactic. Billionaire foresight. Have you been fucking sleeping? What the hell? What do you need? Do you need a meteorite to land next door? What do you mean? People blow my mind. You guys aren't paying attention. Oh my God. What's the stock market down this year? 40%, 50%? What's crypto down? 90%? What's real estate down? What's the interest rate right now? How many wars do we have? How many rumors of wars do we have? Also, possibly Xi Jinping is in house arrest. We have missiles by North Korea being shot out towards Japan again. We got U.S. mobilizing. We got Russia calling up forces, forcing conscripts, whatever they're doing. You know, the draft. You got 150% inflation in Turkey. You got Argentina at 80% inflation. And the world's a mess right now. Panama just got done here. We had 3 weeks of the country being locked down, not locked down, but blockages on the roads. And there was no food in the grocery stores. I mean, yeah, shit's hitting the fan, man. Stop taking the sleeping pills. Randy, you got to keep streaming for October too. I am, man. I'm streaming all year long. We're in a Jubilee year. I'm probably going to do either Monday through Thursday or Sunday through Thursday. We'll see. Probably going to do Sunday through Thursday, 5 nights a week. I got a sponsor, so we'll see how that goes. Jupiter gives us a pump. October 22nd, Lunar creates the dump. November, Pulse gets launched. Man, cross some fingers, man. Darn, Hexkin's buying up the price. I'll get a lower DCA sooner or later. X-Ray Vision, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you here. Lorax, love Lorax indicator for the weekly buys. Yeah, I need to get those guys paying me again. I worked with Orax. I was their social media guy since 2017. I worked with them since 2017, helping them out. But I started actually getting paid by them, and I think it was 2019 or 2020, something like 2020. And I loved it. It was great, man. It wasn't stressful at all. I already did the charts anyways. I'm already showing them to you guys. They should sponsor me again too. I'll send the CEO a message. Start paying me again, man. Not below average. Yeah, U.S. forces still strong between Japan and Philippines. I'm not there though. I'm here in the U.S. Oh, okay, Marion, great. Franklin, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. $6 a gallon for diesel here. Shit. That's nuts. What's up, Hexkins? Hi, Tintop. Hedron forming a classic cup and handle. Pulse Orca, I can't wait to see what's going to happen in November. It's going to be amazing. What's up, Franklin? Tintop. Yeah, you guys are all saying hello. Day before Shmita and we still breathing. I call that a win. Exactly. Killer group in chat tonight. Yeah. And this is great. Just got off a call with my business partner. What I miss, I was going to catch up later. Tintop, 2 exit, man. I don't speak too fast. I must check the Aurochs more. This is my type trading. Yeah, it's the most relaxing kind of trading around. You have one signal that shows up once every 3 or 4 or 5 months, and you make a trade on it. I don't believe in shorting like we discussed earlier, but going long is easy. All you have to do is hold a coin to go long. I think Richard is watching to see how the community is reacting towards ETHF, which is Ethereum Fair, and ETHW, which is Ethereum Proof of Work. This guy's patience is remarkable. In his shoes, I would have killed someone for asking when Pulse Chain. I tell you, this Ethereum Fair stuff and Ethereum POW is so much fun. I'm enjoying it. I really am. And I am stacking up. I've been selling my my copies of ERC20s for both Ethereum Fair and ETH POW. And then I wake up today and I'm up 70% my ETH POW. I'm like, yeah, win. It's not a lot of money, but still, it's fun. Yeah, RH is super quiet about ETHW Hex. Did you guys hear ETHW Hex today? It hit a penny. How long did it take us as Hexicans to get to a penny? I think it was early 2021. And that was almost a year and a half after Hex launched to get to a penny. That shit did it in not even 2 weeks. Like today's the 24th, 9 days. 9 days to a penny. And we were worried that maybe EHEX isn't going to go to parity with Pulse Chain Hex, the real Hex. Come on. I hope we have parity on all 4 chains. Can you imagine? Holy crap. Money printers. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh, God. Also, that's next to me to 7 years of eating bugs. Tin Top, go back and catch the news segment after stream. Good stuff. Yeah, the news. Yeah, I'm DCAing into long storage foods. Cool. Alcohol, too. Get your vodka. If you like whiskey, you better get some of that, too. 5 days before or after, up to 10 times. 10-day times. Yep. Okay. So I said 3, but it's 5. Cool system notes. I appreciate that. Doesn't matter too much how quiet RH is. The OA isn't playing around on ETH forks. The OA doesn't play around on ETH forks, doesn't play around on ETH. Never sold any Hex on any chain so far. That's a story right there, guys. That's what I love about you, Randy. You're a free thinker who moves where you want. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Now that you put it that way, yeah, we are fucked. Tim Top Bingo. Watch what the OA does. News story lead early today. Largest single 6-month period of U.S. housing market drop, 34% down. Yeah, we in the tubes. Yeah. And it's not going to get better, man. This is worse than 2008. It's worse. And I lived through it. I was living in Tampa in 2006 to 2008 when the housing market collapsed. I was working in the psych unit where people were suicidal because they were losing their homes. And strippers were crying because they couldn't afford to pay all 6 houses because the interest rate was going up and nobody was coming to the strip clubs. I know this because a lot of my friends, they were in love with strippers. Yeah, they were in love with the stripper. Smash the like button. Support Randy, it's free. Sandra, appreciate it. X-Ray Vision, yes. He's got a great, check out his channel too. One super chats and thoughts on Cat 4 Hurricane, HARP. They do this every year. Well, I truly believe in HARP. I believe that they are doing something. So for those of you guys who do not know, HARP is I think it's Joint Forces. I think the Air Force runs it. It's up in Alaska. It's a system where they can manipulate the weather using electricity of some kind or radio waves or something. And they can choose different places on the planet where they want to affect the weather. But the hurricanes going back to forever. I mean, September, October has always been hurricane season, right? So that's interesting. Super chats, I don't have them yet because I'm waiting on a code from YouTube, and my address, for some reason, I sent it to my mom's house, but my address at the bottom, they keep putting Panama on it, and I'm trying to get Panama off of it. So I've tried to get the card sent to my house like 4 times over the last freaking 5 years, and it never makes it there. So I think I have to somehow get a hold of a real person at Google to have them take the Panama off my address. Michael, what's up? How you doing, brother? How did your buddy's crypto project in Africa work? I think you're talking about Flashcoin. That was from 2016, 2017. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a while. I haven't owned Flashcoin since 2018. You guys want to hear a cool story? Flashcoin, I was buying it up at when it was about 1/10 of a penny, and I had 7.5 million of them or something like that. And a lot of my friends, my whale friends, were buying it up too. And we all were in right around a penny or under. This is Flashcoin, by the way. It was a fork of Litecoin, but it was faster and things. And James, who was the marketing guy, he was working in Africa and doing things. Had a bunch of influencers over there. They're spreading like crazy. They had an app and some cool stuff. And I remember it was early December of 2017, and for some reason the price had only reached maybe a penny and a half. And it was the peak of the bull market. Things were so exciting at that time, or we're getting towards the peak. At least it was for Bitcoin. It was December 8th was the peak, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Randy, why'd you get me into this Flashcoin shit? It's not doing anything." And I wrote my buddy and I said, "Man, what the fuck? What's going on, man? How come you guys aren't doing any marketing? You're not doing nothing." He goes, "Randy, be patient." I'm like, I can't be patient. I've been in this for over a year and I've got all these whales into it and they're all pissed at me. So I succumbed to the FUD and I sold, I think probably about 7 million, or not 7, about 5 million of my Flashcoin. Can you believe by January 3rd or something like that, it was 21 cents? Man, I was so pissed. What's 21 cents? Yeah, I was upset. I went ranting at my friends, like, "What the hell, guys, man? You fudded me out." Yeah, it was a hard week. I lost a couple friends. Yeah, I like when Richard's quiet too. His devs keep him busy. Yeah. I didn't hear about a coup in China. Yes, Tin Top. That was at the beginning. One of my buddies mentioned some article on Free Press this morning. Yeah, it's all over Twitter. Just type in hashtag Xi Jinping, XIJINGPING, and you'll get tons of it. Also on TikTok, there's plenty of it. October 31st, November 1st, 2020 was the penny top. Okay, thanks, T-Bird. Where can we buy Hex W? Hex W is on Kyber Network, KYBER Network. That's where you can get Hex W. Parity, cha-cha-cha-cha. Yeah. I hope we get it. That would be amazing. Do you think the OA will provide Hex liquidity to help keep parity between eHex and pHex? Possibly. But the other two forks, I think it's going to be up to us as a community to do it. I don't think the OA is going to give two shits about those. So the whatever liquidity we provide as users is going to be what keeps the price up. And there's plenty of us that have liquid Hex that can go support. Restaking my 1-year Hex stake, T-shares down over 15%. Yikes. Simba369. So there's a reason why we say longer pays better. And it's just going to get, the T-share rates are going to ratchet up so much in the next year or so. I'm guessing we'll be at 35,000 Hex per T-share within a year. That's what I'm guessing. I think we're like 24,500 right now. It's going to get real expensive. Even Chandler Bingquo guy said he sold all his ETH for ETHW. Look, I really think that ETHW will do 100x. Why not? It's the only Ethereum proof of work chain. I don't think Ethereum Fair will do 100x, but I think Ethereum POW will. I was up 70% today. Let me check the price for Ethereum POW. I use FTX, so if you guys are wondering. Ethereum Fair is not on here for some reason. Ethereum POW today is up 65.14%. It's at $12.38. That's cool. Some excitement for the market, right? Everything's been just trading sideways. Where can I find a price chart for Hex on ETHW? I don't know, Chris. Join the ETHW Telegram. Go to Tangent's Twitter, and he set up a group for us on Telegram for anybody who's interested in ETHW, and everyone's educating each other over there. They're learning stuff and helping each other out. 2008 T-Pain was hot back then. Yeah, T-Pain. I hope nothing negative happens with ETH fork so it doesn't negatively impact PLS, but it won't. It won't negatively impact PLS. If something happens with ETH POW, that's nothing like ETH. ETH or PLS is like ETH proof of stake, the original one, right? ETH proof of work is like the old Ethereum. And Ethereum Fair is going to be like ETH proof of stake, but more run by the Chinese groups because Justin Sun is behind it. So I bet CZ and all those guys, they're probably supporting the Ethereum Fair. I don't know for sure, but since Justin Sun is a good buddy of CZ, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, weather modification, that's the HARP. HARP is in Jakarta also. Oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know they had two of them. Yeah, they microwave the air with them chemtrails. Yeah. Just look at Las Vegas sometime during the day. Or London. London was ridiculous. And then when the Jubilee hit, when it was the Queen's 70th Jubilee back in May, blue skies. It was nothing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what's going on? The other day, this place was like a checkerboard, and now there's nothing. There was nothing for a whole week during her 70th. The main HARP is in Alaska, stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Fun rabbit hole. Yeah, that's a serious rabbit hole. Kyber swap, but look into it. There are a few Hexagon streamers with tutorials. Yes. Thank you for the shout out. Yeah, I'm so excited about the Hex Maximus and their contracts have taken off the market, some of it permanently. Yeah, Deci, over 300 million Hex are being taken off the market for 10 years. They just passed 300 million Hex today. That's awesome. Give the like button some attention, please. Yes, thank you. CRSM. Oh, Randy, don't forget Fumble Friday's pick. I did. I sent you a message on Twitter. And I sent it to Cabana. I picked, I can't remember. I had to pick a new one because you said that you can't have the same pick for. I had Tampa Bay twice for picks. Sorry, we're going in the football pool. I had to change my team because I picked Tampa in the first week. Randy sent me some flash going back in the day. Money ship, did I? I had a shit ton. I was buying that stuff up like candy. It's so bad that a mortgage from $600,000 house a year ago is the same paying a $380,000 house monthly payment now because of interest rates. Marion, so true. And if you have a adjustable interest rate, meaning every time the rates go up, your payment also goes up, man, I feel bad. That's how people lost their homes in 2008. Boom, what's up, Hexkins? 11 hours left until 26 for me. Crypto King, stay safe, buddy. Crypto King's over in Japan. Did you get any repercussions from that missile launch from North Korea? Jeez, it's absolutely nuts. Yeah, Kyber swap is the one that you use for ETHW. Now you can use Uniswap for ETH Fair, but you gotta put Ethereum Fair or you look it up, but it's like uniswap.ethereumfair.com, something like that. Just go to the Ethereum Fair Twitter and they have the link. I got wrecked on OMG. Oh man, OMG. Sasha Day game. That reminds me of Dollar Vigilante days because Sasha Day game and Jeff Berwick are good friends. Boom, king in the house. Yes, he is. Tip dot boom. Hello, everyone. Question: if you had dry powder and you only wanted to buy Hex, would you go all in now? If not, at what levels would you DCA? I'm not looking at levels. I'm looking at dates. So, like I said, I'll start to DCA around December 5th. All right. Or if on Monday we have a capitulation candle, you see this big old drop off. I'm not talking about for Hex. If we see Bitcoin drop and it does like a $7,000 down on Monday, if it does, that's going to take Hex down. That'll bring Hex down to about a penny or so. If If that goes down, Randy's buying. Trust me. I got my stables ready. I'll be buying if that happens. Oh, cool. Deck Screener is working with POW. That's cool. So excited for Paul's liquid loan testnet working well. Cal, I'm so excited about liquid loans. And the other one, fiat.io. Now I'm listing both forks now. Sizzle. That's cool. Deck Screener for ETH chart. Perfect. That's good to know. I've got the actual app on my phone for Deck Screener. Richard Owe and Godwale didn't endorse Hedron early, but here we are. Well, they endorse it kind of now, right? Richard's always talking about Hedron as one of the apps built over Hex, and he likes it. Any dexes for ETH FW? Yeah. Uniswap. You have to, like I said, go to their Twitter. It's like uniswap.ethfair.com or something, or IO. Don't type it in. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Go verify before you go to it. If anyone missed the fiat protocol video this week, liquidating a $36 million loan off the liquid loans testnet, shit was wild. Really, Paul? That's cool. I'll have to check that out. Thoughts on those alkaline water machines? I just use distiller. I just distill my water. It's just, I don't know if that stuff, I don't know if the alkaline water thing really works. 40 THS with 30 plus pools, multiple dexes, people building for POW. ETF only has four THS and 2 pools with 1 crappy dex. I wouldn't put money in ETF. Yep, I agree. POW is going to be the big winner between the two, but I would never count out Justin Sun. If he gets his stablecoin on ETHFair, that could help a lot. A coup in China would be good news if true. Sure. Variable interest rates are so dangerous these days. They always have been. I can't believe people would sign their name to a variable interest rate. Minor stats for that info. Will Hedron on ETHW be worth anything? Yeah, it already is. Don't it already is. Are you going to be the haunted? Yeah, of course. I'm gonna have to learn more about it. I haven't paid attention to it, but of course. I sacked for liquid loans. I'm going to stake my liquid loans. I'm going to get my rewards in liquid loans and PLS. Everything's epic. It's like money printers all over the place. So the gentleman and I had lunch today with him and his wife and my son. We went to a really nice restaurant here. He was telling me that he's so overwhelmed, and he got into Hex in beginning of August. And now he's learning about Hedron and Icosa. And he's like, Randy, he goes, look, man, he goes, I just can't find the content I need to educate myself from a simple point of view. He goes, can you make the content? So I agreed to it. So I'm going to start making content for everybody, like real simple explanation videos, how to start from the beginning, how to stake Hex on the go.hex.com, how to stake Hex on Hedron and why you would want to use the HSI, how to stake Hex. I already did that video, but I'll make another one, why you would do it, HSI, and then sell it to the Icosa contract and why you'd want to stake your Icosa. Another one, why you would buy Maxi or Deci or all the perpetuals, because everyone has their benefit, right? So I got to make videos and teach people how to do that. And each one will be separate because people are asking. This stuff's overwhelming. When it was just Hex by itself, it was hard enough. And now we've got derivatives all over the place. This is why Hex is going to explode. There's so much stuff around it. How much do you think? It's going to be pretty high, especially in the beginning, but it won't last long. You know, at first, the first couple of days, it might be 1,500, 2,000% APY, but then it'll drop down something manageable like 10% or something, which is still cool. I bought some ETHW on Kraken at around the lows just so I can end my Hex stakes in the future if it's still around. Who knows what will happen to ETHW change? I think it's going to explode. I think it's an easy 100x. Maybe not around the corner, but so 100x, I got mine at like 5. So 100x, $500. It might get there. Distilling water is the best. Removes fluoride too. Yes, it does, Patricia. And after it's all done, you got the cake, the little stuff at the bottom. Panama water is really clean, So we don't have a lot of minerals or, sulfur or any of that stuff in the water. But I've seen people in the UK use a distiller and they got a thick mass of crap in their water. Oh, disgusting. Variable interest rates can get you liquidated. Yes, they can. You lose your house. Liquid Loans has a loan faucet now. Cool. So many derivatives and I need a bookkeeper. And now we have 4 chains. So many derivatives and we have 4 chains. Well, pulse chain, not yet. We have 3 plus pulse chain coming. So I am coming to the point now where I have to have a notebook. I told my wife the other day, I said, you realize if something happened to me, because I manage all the books, I manage all the wallets and stuff. So if you realize something happens to me, you would never be able to figure it all out. And I don't care if it's somebody that else understands crypto. They won't be able to figure it out. It would take someone like Franklin to have to fly down here to help decipher everything, because only another Hexagon. They're the only other people that would even understand what's going on. So we should have like I won't say that stuff, but it's just cool that we've got so much stuff going on and we have so many money printers happening. But man, it's getting to the point where we really need to take care. I bought a tabletop distiller for $200. Best investment next to Hex. Yeah, it's amazing. And then you can buy liquid minerals because people are like, oh, it's going to take minerals out of my body. Squirt a little bit of minerals into your distilled water, and it's more than what was in there originally. Hex and Hedron copies on ETH POW is good news. Yes, Vladimir, and you also have it on Ethereum Fair. Solid streams, thank you. No problem. I watched multiple people dumping hundreds of millions of Hex W that they just had copied over to ETHW, and it just got ate up and price moves up. Don't sell Hex for pennies, let alone tens of pennies. Keeps it crypto 369. You're damn right. I would not be selling any Hex and any chains. Just keep it and stake it. If you want to sell something, sell your Hedron because it's a derivative, right? Pulse chain and Pulse X derivative will be interesting. Yes, it's going to come. The guys at Maximus are already thinking about it. They're already thinking about some cool stuff to do with Pulse chain and Pulse X. You should have it, Randy. I have my notebook. Even I only have a small bag. Yeah, I got it all up here. But if something happens to me, she'll never be able to find it all. Love it, Matt. How many times are we gonna have to mint all that Hedron on every chain? Do I have to hire somebody to do it? Especially if it does 100x. If it does 100x from here, I'll happily pay someone $100 a month to come in and mint my Hedron. That'd be funny. I'm teasing, but yeah. God forbid we'd have to fly down to sort out your crypto for your wife when you shift. Yeah, exactly. But I'm just thinking out loud how messy it is. Be very careful with the mineral blends you get for your water from toxic sources. Yeah, everything's. Oh man. All right. Thank you everyone who showed up tonight. Tomorrow night is the finale. Of course, I'll stream Monday night too. This is so cool. We're part of history, and thank you everyone who's been joining me on this mission because this is awesome. Cheers from Panama.